Yo, respect for clicking on this video. You know what I'm saying? Peace, blessings, and all that. So, two things about this topic I'm about to touch on real quick. Pertaining to China Mac and I believe his name is AD from No Jumper. A situation happened where these two dudes, they shot the fair one because China Mac, he felt like the homie had disrespected him. To put it in a nutshell, he felt like he stole like a food idea. And he addressed it the only way he said he basically knew how. It goes a little bit deeper than that, and I'm going to get into it. So they ended up having an off-screen fight. And then they recorded themselves basically squashing it after the fact. And that's the footage that people seen. You seen that the homie had bloody knuckles. He showed that his back was all bruised up. You know what I'm saying? From the looks of it, it looked like you could obviously tell who got the worst end of it. But anyway, I don't promote violence on my channel. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing I try to promote. But I will say this. This might be a prime example that if you do have another issue with another man, if it is about disrespect, if you do feel violated and it involves some street shit or whatever you want to call it, this might be the best way to show people, listen, it don't have to go to picking up the guns and, you know, getting cliques and gangs and all that extra shit involved. If we feel like we have to handle this as two men using what God and our mother gave us, these two hands, then let's do that. May the best man win, lose, or draw, but we did what we had to do, and now we can move on. If anything, I feel like that's the best way to go about it on some real shit. At first, I was looking at it kind of weird, but I respect China Mac for what he did because, you know, he challenged that brother to a fight. It was like, you know, I guess it happened in L.A., and he basically said in the Vlad interview, it was like, you know, I know in L.A., you know, they shoot the fade one-on-one when there's disrespect. So he basically said to the brother, listen, since you're from a place where this is how they handle this when there's disrespect involved, I'm throwing this proposal out there that we shoot the fade because I feel disrespected and we can put this issue to rest. Now, there's a huge size difference. That's the first thing that you notice if you wasn't somebody who knew anything about the situation. But he didn't let that stop him from challenging the brother to, you know, a little one-on-one joint. So he got my respect for that. You know what I'm saying? He stood by his word. You don't see that these days. If two dudes do have a problem, it always goes, you know, with the drill music and everything, it's never a one-on-one no more. We don't see that no more. We really don't. It gotta be somebody's life getting took, somebody's birthday / Christmas getting snatched, which just leads to more problems. So hats off to China Mac for feeling man enough. You know what I'm saying? Got nothing to be about being no gangster or no tough guy. He genuinely felt a way and he challenged that brother to a one-on-one fade. You know, it's like, how could you not give him his props for that? Because the size difference is tremendous. You know what I'm saying? That would have been enough to run some niggas off right there. But he didn't let that stop him. I don't know what happened when they got to scrapping, but the aftermath from what I've seen, it looked like it didn't go the homie way. But that's even more of a reason why you got to give him his props, you heard? And the second thing I want to touch on, though, sometimes it comes down to really trying to figure out if it really is worth it, even when there is disrespect involved. As a man, when do you engage in violence and when do you not? Because he said, like I said, the brother stole a food idea, right? That's the basis of it. So that's disrespect off the back. If you feel like somebody stole an idea of yours, the brother said he didn't steal the idea. he's still saying that. But when I listened to China Mac speak on Vlad TV, he made it seem like there was a completely different reason that he fought the dude. He was talking about how these days New York doesn't get like any respect, and that the West is looking at New York a certain way. So he felt like basically he made it seem like the real reason he did it was not even just for the idea, but on some, listen, respect where I come from, respect the East type shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking at him like he kind of crazy when he said that. And I'm gonna tell you why. We grown men out here. We grown men. Them days fighting over blocks and neighborhoods, them days right there, far behind for a nigga like me. Fight for blocks and states and zip codes that we don't even own, we were just born in. Yeah, that don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I believe he has a gang background. I'm not sure. So maybe that's where he was coming from about it. Because other than that, I don't get that. I can understand the whole food idea thing. That would piss me off. That would get my blood boiling. But if you're trying to tell me that the reason you fought that brother and challenged him to a fight was because you were sticking up for New York, I don't think nobody really cared that you did that if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear people out here saying on a basis like, listen, the West Coast is disrespecting New York, fam. I don't like the way how they doing this. I don't hear nobody saying nothing like that. And even if that was the case, so what? I'm not going to fight nobody over how they feel about where I live at. Like, let them think that. What the fuck? That shit ain't affecting nothing I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really a petty reason to challenge the brother to a fight. If you want me to keep it honest. I was giving him his props when he discussed the food situation. But if you trying to tell me that's the real, unless you just trying to get like some extra points by throwing that in there. I mean, I could understand he was on Vlad TV now. You know what I mean? End of the day, it's like this. Could it have been avoided? Yeah, it can. Was it absolutely necessary? Probably not. But like I say, as a man, when you do feel violated by another man, that's usually the outcome. You square up. But these days, it's all about bringing guns and other shit into it. So I took my hat off to them for handling it like that. But as far as the whole, using the East doesn't get their respect thing, this ain't no 90s no more, dog. You know what I'm saying? The world is different now. We in a different time. Like, I personally feel like he was just doing that to get some extra points because he was in front of that Vlad camera. You know, people are not always going to keep it 100% legit in front of that Vlad camera. They're going to always try to throw in a little seasoning just to get some extra points with whomever watches that footage. So that's how I feel about that. But end of the day, I prefer more situations where niggas could link up one-on-one when nobody else is around, handle their business, scrap up, link up, and then shake hands after and go their merry fucking way. I prefer seeing that. I'm not promoting it, but if I had my choice of seeing that versus let's go get the strap, I'm going to go with the first one. You understand what I'm saying? So hats off to them for handling it that way, and hopefully nothing else comes from it. Maybe a lot of people can learn from that situation. Do it this way if you feel like it got to be done absolutely, if it's absolutely necessary. But anyway, leave a comment, if you disagree. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, support the platform. I'd appreciate that, you know what I mean? Respect, I'm gone.